And for the very last time, Stuart Goodwin with Stu Chats. Hello, Sticks.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm so good, thank you. How are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you.
Good. I'm so
weird
happy.
being on the other side of the conversation. Strange.
You're strange. Anyway, I'm really glad you're leaving. So I'm the new presenter of the show. Hi. So Stuart is leaving. You are immigrating.
Yes.
So tell us about the move.
Yeah, so new opportunities have arisen for me overseas. I'm going to England to do music full-time.
Wow.
Well, not full-time, but properly, you know, and a bit of photography with my brother.
Awesome.
And music, with my partner Don, with Crazy Little Thing.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to start playing in and around London and surrounds.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, cool.
It's like it literally all just fell into place.
Yes.
And this is the next adventure for...
Yeah. So I've been in retail for 18 years
Yep.
in England and here. And I've loved it and I've had so many amazing experiences. But it's time for a new thing.
I really am so excited for you.
Thank you.
I'm excited that you get to play music with Don.
Yeah.
That you're kind of making the move together.
Yeah.
And I think it's not going to be the end of your adventure or your relationship with Dane Marshall, the owner of Marshall Music. I think you both have such a phenomenal relationship, really.
Yeah, I'm going to miss him as a friend and as my boss and as a colleague, and but we'll stay in touch. And maybe one day we'll open a Marshall Music in England. Who knows?
Awesome. That sounds awesome. Okay, so you've been in retail for 18 years. Tell us about your retail overseas, and then we'll talk about Marshall.
Yeah, so I got into the music industry in sort of 2002-ish in England. In London, I worked on Denmark Street at Andy's. And yeah, that was just incredible. It was phenomenal being in the hub of music, and just, I mean, it was mind-blowing. The people I met, the experiences, the what I learned. I mean, the shop specialized in vintage guitars.
Wow.
So I got to play 50s Gibsons and 60s Fenders almost daily. And old Gretches and you name it, you know, and it was absolutely incredible. And when I finished there, I was there for 3 years. When I finished there, literally I flew back to South Africa in 2006, and my friend Adam, who knew Dane, said, "Oh yeah, you know, you should go and try to get a job at Marshall Music." So the day after I arrived, I came and saw Dane and told him what I'd just been up to, and he said, "Okay, can you start tomorrow?"
Wow.
15
years.
Yeah. Well, at first I ran one of his wholesale companies that later became Rocket Distribution, and did that for a year. And then I came up to the store, and that was it, yeah.
Amazing. So 15 years, and every time I walk into the store, I'm in love. I can't
who?
come here with...
the guitars.
And you a little. But you know, how many guitars have I bought from you over the last couple of years? You know,
a lot
of guitars.
And we were just saying now, Kerry-Anne is actually my last customer. You just bought some things, which we'll keep it secret.
Yes.
What you bought?
No, we can talk about it. But
it's an honor being my last customer.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was
That's
really cool. Yeah, and I'm gonna get emotional. But it's maybe I didn't even want those guitars, but I wanted to be your last customer, which was great.
Well, don't throw them in the bin when you walk out.
I really want them.
No, okay.
But okay, so you started working with Dane, and earlier on, off camera, we were chatting about a phenomenal, beautiful, incredible human. I think that touched so many lives for so many years. An incredible musician and a beautiful person, Garth. And I think I'd come to see Garth here, and that's how we met. But But Garth, for those of you who don't know, was the manager of the store.
Yeah.
And
For 3 or 4 years, and before that was the warehouse manager. But had actually worked for Dane in the 90s as well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But I think if you're lucky enough to work with Dane, you'll be working with him for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
because
definitely. I mean, there's a very low staff turnover here at Marshall because he looks after the staff.
Yeah.
And it's a good place
Thank
to
you,
work.
Dane.
Yeah.
But yeah, Garth was in a band called Sugar Drive, and he worked here. And I think one of the first times I ever met you was through Garth.
Yeah.
And here at Marshall Music, actually.
Yeah.
So, wow.
He was a special boy, that.
Yeah.
Very special boy.
Very, very special.
Yeah.
And I wish we could share the story of how you met him here, but that's a story for another time. We're going to do a Stu Chats from the Marshall Music Store in England for that.
Yeah.
And maybe then we'll drink a little first and then share that.
Yeah, out of respect to the elderly and the frail and the weak of heart, we can't relay that story.
Oh, what a goodie. Okay, cool. So now let's talk music. You are a ridiculous guitarist.
I know.
How lucky! How lucky for the world. No, I've seen you play so many times, and you're just such an effortless player, but just absolutely insane. So
thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
So I'm glad that you're going overseas and that it's a new adventure for you, and you're going to play music there and do photography and just hang out with your family, because I know we've known each other for such a long time, and I know how close they are to you, so it'll be great to play.
It's a mission seeing them every year, so it's going to be a lot easier. Well, twice a year actually I see them. Yeah.
But let's talk about your music. You have played with the best of the best. You've been in quite a few bands, so let's talk about the bands you've been in.
Yeah, so I think my first band was called Gas Mask Culture. Shout out to Jethro, Mason, Jeremy, great guys. We were actually, my first band was actually a Joy Division and Bauhaus cover band.
What?
In 1993, I think, and I was the singer because I had a baritone voice, so I could do the Ian Curtis and Peter Murphy sort of things. Yeah, wow. Badly. I did them very badly, but the tone of my voice was right. And then I don't know what that band was called, and then honestly can't remember.
Well, you are 60.
Old. And then that kind of changed into Gas Mask Culture, and Jeremy from Fetish was in that band. Okay. He was the vocalist and bass player.
Okay.
Yeah, which was pretty cool. And then what did I do after that? Then I was in a band called South, which changed into Concussion Girl with Beverly and Kevin Buerta, Beverly Jane, Kevin Buerta. Tina Delacovius joined at a later stage.
Wow.
Who was played
Great
with Squeal.
That you're mentioning.
Yeah. Kevin Buerta was a great songwriter. He wrote #1 hits for Mango Groove. Kevin, shout out to you, legend. That was a very cool band. And then that's kind of around the time I didn't play in a band for a while. Then that's when I went to England. I played in a cool band there called Stray. And then when I got back from England, I joined, can't even remember, a few cover bands, Mackenzie Blue, played for Watershed for a little bit, temporarily, played for Tash Baxter, great Sama award-winning pop kind of pop, you know. Her albums were pop, but live we weren't pop. We're pretty heavy.
Maybe.
That was, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. But Tasha, beautiful woman, lovely girl, great singer, beautiful songwriter, amazing. That was cool. And then who did I play for after that?
Mike Shaw?
Then Liesl Marshall Band. Also an amazing singer, Liesl, with Dierwald Pretorius, who actually produces the show. He's actually somewhere in the building. Where's Dierwald? And then
you rocked it.
with Nico Badenhorst on bass extraordinaire, with Niels du Plessis of Drum Lab on drums, and Adam Thomas for a while. Also, Adam played bass, I think. Adam Thomas, wonderful musician, one of my best mates, who I've been playing in bands with on and off for 20 years as well. He's a wonderful musician. And then after that, I don't know, I can't remember. Okay,
but you played with a lot of great artists.
And then got more into the sort of cover thing. I played for Mugshot, with also some awesome dudes. I never got to be involved in the songwriting with them, but Grant Sissons and Rob O'Brien, Sean Joint, brilliant musicians, and they produce some awesome albums. Check them out, Mugshot. They do funk now, doing other stuff. And then after that I got into sort of cover bands.
Okay, but you've also, a lot of international bands, when they come, you tech for them, and...
Yes, I've I used to tech in England, so that gave me a lot of nice experience with guitar teching, so that's been nice.
Okay, question, because you've worked with a lot of international acts and dealt with a lot of international acts. Best band, nicest guys, who?
Sure.
Big question, but...
I will tell you one thing, and this is something I've learned from dealing with big rock stars overseas, is that the bigger they are, the nicer they are. It's usually the up-and-coming bands and the guys who aren't quite there who are the arseholes.
Okay.
Am I allowed to say arseholes?
You are.
Yeah.
It's my show now.
So that's generally the way it works, is the bigger the guys are, they don't have anything to prove, so they're just actually so nice.
Okay.
I've never, with all the big bands I've worked with, I've never had a problem with any of them. They've all been super cool and super respectful and super awesome. Yeah.
I remember you told me a story about Metallica once and how nice they were.
Yeah, awesome guys. Awesome. Guns N' Roses, they were brilliant. I've worked for U2, lovely guys. Just really down to earth. I mean, U2, when I worked for them, they ate in the same room as us. The same, all the crew and the band were in the same, literally at the same table.
That's really cool.
So they really just muck in with the guys, and they're not on their high horses,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. And interesting too. And I think what great experiences.
There was one horrible guy.
And?
I'm not going to say who he is, but he's got a unibrow. And he wrote a song called Wonderwall. He wasn't such a cool guy.
Are you talking about Blue?
And there was one other horrible person.
Who?
But maybe, you also catch them on a bad day,
What song? Give us a song then.
She did a cover of Killing Me Softly.
Oh, right. So Lauryn Hill then. Okay.
She wasn't so nice.
Yeah,
But
okay.
anyway, but yeah, everyone has bad days.
You don't. You don't.
Oh, whatever. You know how many customers complain about me?
I do remember you once bulleted a customer that came into the store, and you said something about her slippers or the shoes she was wearing.
I teased a customer for wearing slippers,
and
right? Which was a joke. She was wearing slippers. And then she went to her sister and complained, and her sister wrote on Hello Peter that I called her a slag. So from saying really slippers to I called her a slag.
Yeah.
But there's a few complaints like that, I don't mind.
I think when you've been in the game this long, you tolerate people's shit a little less, I guess. Okay. Thank goodness it was actually me. No. Okay, so we're in a really crazy situation. Life will never be the same, and we didn't see this coming. But we find ourselves in the middle of this crazy pandemic. You're leaving Marshall, you're immigrating, but lockdown, boom. 3 South African bands you're going into lockdown with. 3 months, 3 bands. Boom. That is a big question.
I'm in a house with them.
Literally going to be in a house with 3 bands for 3 months.
Wow.
Can't leave.
Well, it's for me. It's going to be, a few of the more 90s, the bands that started in the 90s, because that's my era.
Yeah.
There's some amazing bands like now, young bands up and coming, but my homies are mostly those bands from the 90s. Like I'm talking about the Springbok New Girls, even Vonneboom, Just Ginger, all those bands, Squeal, so many, even Watershed, and then all the harder rock guys like, there's so many, I don't know. But the guys especially the guys from Vonneboom, I still to this day, I may have told you before, I still think to this day, Vonneboom are the best live band this country's ever seen.
Oh, they're so great.
Without a doubt.
Fantastic.
Without a doubt. And just honestly the nicest guys.
They really, really are the nicest guys.
Sito came to see me at the shop yesterday to say goodbye. He made a special trip out from the west.
Yeah, huh?
To come and say goodbye.
Yeah, those guys are absolutely incredible. Sito, Martin, Wade, Jono, just legendary humans. Great.
And Garth played drums for them.
And Garth played drums for them. Yeah, I did a gig with for it was a Movember gig, and Garth was on drums at that point, and I think Garth was also in a band called Heroes Wear Red.
Yes, of course. I played for them for a while.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that great band.
Yeah,
great
I think 1 or 2 gigs with them. Yeah, that was fun.
Cool.
With Garth.
Yeah. Oh, Garth, we miss you. And Vonneboom, just brilliant band.
So I'd like to be locked down with them. That'd be fun.
I think it would be fun.
With Sito's wife as well.
She is amazing. But she's your bestie. Secret crush, what? You'll be gone. You'll be out of the country when this comes out. No, Linda is incredible. She's amazing.
I've known Linda for 30 years.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I know that you're close, but I didn't know that.
I've known Linda since she was 13.
Wow. Yeah, she's
I got her into rock and roll.
Amazing. Wow.
I made her a rocker.
A rocker? And then, boom, he decides to marry Sito. Okay.
What was she thinking?
I know. No, Sito and Linda are amazing. And good band to be locked down with. That's a really, really good choice. Okay. My next question. Band crush? Artist crush?
So, what, international or local?
Both.
So, okay, this is a weird thing. And I've never strayed from this. If I could play in any band or for any artist in the world, right? And I've said this for 20 years, it'd be Alanis Morissette.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd like to be I'd like to be her guitar player.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not see that one coming.
Yeah, I think she's just the most incredible artist. I love her. Yeah, sometimes her lyrics are a little bit sort of a bit like Taylor Swift or Adele, all sort of about relationships and breakups and everything, but
aren't all songs
exactly.
in the world? Yeah.
I love her lyrics, I love her vocal, I love her voice. I think she's the most stunning, beautiful woman, apart from you and Linda. So she, And I mean, it's not my real style of music. I'm more into, classic rock, modern rock, prog rock kind of things. But her music just resonates with me. Yeah.
Fast forward 1 year and Styx is in Alanis' band.
I wish.
Okay, cool. And local artist crush. Or band you okay, artist crush, and then the band you want to be in.
Local artist would be Taylor.
Okay.
Although she's now based in England.
Maybe you two should do something.
I am going to see her when I'm over there, yeah.
Yeah,
she's living about 20 k's from where I'm moving.
Wow.
So, 25 k's or so, yeah. So she, I always knew she was good, and then I just heard her live, and nobody understands the power of her vocals and her delivery and the intensity of her performances until you see her live, and you go, your jaw drops when you see her.
No, she's there's something quite magical about Taylor.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that would be my local crush.
Okay. And she's working with such crazy.
Did you see the video she did a cover of Nirvana's Come As You Are with the guitarist from Live, Zach.
Wow.
Yeah. They did a little Zoom
amazing.
duet. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And she's worked and is now hanging with the guy from Stereophonics.
Yeah.
So she's doing some magic things.
Yeah.
And actually talking about artists that have relocated or that you may work with overseas, I'd really, really love to see you jamming with Sandy Fox.
Yes, so she's in London as well. Is it London?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think so.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely get hold of you when I'm there.
Yeah.
So I'll be looking for sort of projects and things to do. That'd be cool.
I think that'd be really, really cool.
Okay.
She's unbelievable.
Okay.
She is unbelievable. So
tag her stuff in this video and let people know about her, because she's also just awesome.
Her music, her performances. So Taylor,
how long has she been there now?
About
a year.
I think about a year or so. But you, Taylor, and Sandy need to
that'd be
jam.
Cool.
That's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, and it's still hard for me to kind of take it in that you're not going to be here, and I'm going to walk into Marshall Music and I won't be buying guitars from you. But we're going to hang out in Liverpool.
We're going to Liverpool in December.
Yes. So we'll be hanging at the Cabin and we'll be doing some fun stuff there. But we've chatted about Dane and just how loyal and respectful and just awesome he is.
Yeah.
And you've been working here for 15 years. What have you taken away from your Marshall experience?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, just the thing is with any sort of job that requires interaction with people, it's taught me incredible skills, people skills, which I think is super important for anyone. Dane has taught me also quite a few things about business, which I'm actually useless at. I'm not a...
aren't most musicians? Sorry, musicians, but your job is to make beautiful music.
As everyone in this company will tell you repeatedly, I am the worst person with paperwork and admin and...
Devalt is literally agreeing with you.
I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
So they've all tried to teach me those things, but I've become a lot better at admin. So hopefully that's good. And it's just been...
Thank you. 15 years at Marshall Music. I'm so much better at admin.
But apart from all that and all the guitars and stuff that I've sold, it's just been so amazing connecting with so many musicians. And I consider so many of them have become very good friends of mine. And I've been really, I hate saying the word blessed, but I have been blessed in watching all these guys' careers grow.
Yeah.
And some of them not grow and they've moved on to different things and everything. But in general, I've got some customers like, so many, I can't tell you. I mean, Luca's one, Luca de Bellis, he's a drummer. I've known him, he's been coming here since he was probably 10 or 11 years old. And he's now the drummer for the international show Chicago.
Wow.
That's touring the world.
Amazing.
He's only in South Africa, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Luca, but 6 months of the year.
Unbelievable.
I mean, and I've watched him become this world-class drummer, and there's so many people like that, kids who are now adults and playing in bands and stuff,
Yeah.
and I've seen their whole growing from kids into professional musicians, which has been awesome, absolutely awesome.
Well, I think
super cool.
I'm going to take this opportunity to thank you from all the musicians, because I know how many musicians you've helped and inspired along the way, and so many of them respect and love you so much, and they're not going to get an opportunity to thank you. So thank you for doing everything you've done for so many artists.
It's a pleasure, absolute pleasure. It hasn't been, working here hasn't been work. It's just been a pleasure.
Yeah.
I've been very lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank
Amazing.
you.
Thank you. Thank you for your friendship.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you for the beautiful music, and just thank you for being so good looking.
She's not wrong. You're not wrong.
You were born this way, I know. But, but good luck on your new adventure.
Thank you, Kerry-Anne.
And I can't wait for our Liverpool hangs. I can't wait to see what you get up to there.
Cool. Thank you.
And thank you for Stu Chats, actually. Thank you for all of these brilliant chats and experiences you've shared. And anything you want to say to Dane, to the artists, to Deerwald, to the guys?
Yeah, just thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks for everything. And hopefully, just take care, be safe during these tough times, work hard, hustle for work, and just keep your hopes up, and everything will be all right soon, and hopefully we'll all be working as musicians again soon. Yeah. And what's that Lights Are Red campaign? If everyone can on social media just change their profile picture to the hashtag Lights Are Red thing, which you're going to put that in below, and let's get that campaign going to raise awareness for musicians who haven't got work, and not just musicians, any artists, comedians, technical crew, all that stuff.
Absolutely.
Super important. That's all I want to say about that.
Yeah. Lights are red. Hashtag Lights Are Red. We've just got to support each other, keep strong, keep safe, and just keep on going. Keep on tracking.
Keep on tracking.
Boom.
Thank you.
I love you so much. Safe travels.
Love you too. Thank you.
Chat soon.
Okay.
For the very last time, Stu Chats. And I'm the new presenter, and I think it's going to be called the Marshall Hangouts.
Yes.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
So we'll be back with you soon. Thanks so much to the guys behind the camera. And thank you so much to Stuart for the very last time. I'm Kerry-Anne. Yay! And we'll be back again very, very soon.